I've found another useful indicator. Well, at least I think it might be useful. I hope it is. I've sort of noticed it does help if you're in the right mode or frame of mind. Anyway, this thing I found, and because I noticed how like the daily high and the daily low, and and sometimes the day before low and all that, it all makes a bit of a difference to where the price is going to bounce if you're a short-term trader who likes to scalp those kind of bounces, or just because you want to know and you want to know where it opened and things like that. So I dug out this indicator. I wish I could remember where I got it from because I could link you direct to the site. But the trouble is that I find these things, they're like nested deep in the middle of nowhere. Anyway, let's stop messing about because this is going to be probably one of my shortest videos, I think. Here we go. This is the indicator. It's called high-low lines. It did have SM in front of it, but I could never remember to put SM. So if I want to find something in here, see, I just press H to take me to the H's. And every time I press H, it just rifles through. But this is the one we're talking about today. And I'm going to drop that into the chart, drag it and drop it in. And they've got millions of options. Now, what I've done, I've edited it so that all it shows you is the daily lines. And it doesn't show you a lot of the other crap that comes with it because, frankly, I don't think that's what I wanted to know. And perhaps a lot of people don't. So what it's done is it's dropped D10, which is today. That's the high of today. And then you've got D11, which is 1 day previous, which is, if you look in the settings, it's in there. So you can see that we've got, this is the high of the day. Obviously, if the price gets higher, this will move. And if today's low, which has exceeded yesterday's low, this is yesterday's low because it's got a 1 in it, and this is today's low, and it's Friday today. There you go, all those people that like to look at my clock. So this is yesterday, which is the 20th yesterday. That was yesterday's open price. So yesterday's high. And it gets confusing, but once you get used to looking at it, it's because I'm having to talk about it. So this is today's low, today's open, today's high, which is higher than yesterday's high. But the reason it's interesting is if you look on the the 15-minute chart, which I'm just pressing now, you can see you get a good bounce from this the high price. Which obviously this will have moved up as this price goes, but then you get another chance to think, all right. This is definitely a sign that we're going down. This is a 15-minute chart. And there you go. There's 20 pips in that. Whatever. What am I on the euro dollar with this? But if it's any good to you, have fun with it. I don't own it. There's the guy who owns it and created it. I sometimes wish he'd have put the mid in and had the option to turn the open off, because then you can get the midday bounces possibly. Let's have a look who it is by. The guy was... there you go. So Swingman, he made it on the, I don't know which way round his dates and months are, but it could be the 2nd of June or it could be the 6th of February, whichever. And this is all the inputs I was talking about. I'm not going to go through all these because the best thing you can do is just play with them. These are the colours. See, it even puts the bid and ask on and things like that, but I've turned most of them off, I think. In fact, I think there's an option to turn bid ask on or off somewhere. I turned it off in the code anyway, so it's off whichever way you look at it. Right, so there you go. That's it really. It'll bounce. Look, it's bounced off. This is today's low. How does that look on the 15? You don't get really much off that. It wasn't really what you call a vigorous bounce, whereas this was obviously a vigorous bounce, and you would probably pay more attention to that today if you're around at 10 o'clock, which is. I don't know. I don't even know what time this broker's on. Listen, it doesn't matter. Listen, it's Friday. I've had a reasonable week yet again. So one day, if I get something that's of real interest that I'm trading regularly and committed to, because I keep flicking and trying things, I'll share it with you if it's any good. Because I'm all for helping somebody out. But I wouldn't dare share anything because I know, I know how little I know about trading. So that'll be the last thing I would do is tell you how to trade. But if I find something that works for me, then I can perhaps show you that. Meanwhile, have a great weekend. Right then, this weekend, where am I going? Oh, I've just remembered. I'm going off to the Lamborghini showrooms up in the north of England. It's going to be lovely. It's going to be fantastic.